We bring play that heals. I'm Wright Brennan, and this is the Lost in the Midlands podcast, and today I am here with the Jamie Ballentine, former Charleston River Dog, Gamecock Cocky, 03 Mascot of the Year, Smart Cat for ETV, actually a whole bunch of others as well, and currently Olly Otter's manager right here in Lexington.
That's right. I've said for a long time that I'm a living stuffed animal.
It is a privilege to have you on, man.
No, it's a privilege to be here, right? I appreciate you.
Heck yes. And all right, so before we talk about some of this cool stuff, let's hear about your early beginnings. What got you into the game?
Well, it actually goes back to when I was 8.
Wow.
Yeah. Homer from the Charlotte Knights came down. It was the Columbia Mets.
Okay.
Yeah, so it goes back a little bit, show my age. But he came down to do just a performance for a game here.
Yeah.
And he needed a four-wheeler. Well, my dad worked at that time, it was Columbia, Yamaha, Suzuki.
Cool.
So they called up, said, we need a four-wheeler, let you have a first pitch and everything. So Dad was like, I'll take it. And you know, I'll bring my son so he can do the first pitch. Well, because we had to be there early, I'm 8, I'm bored, I'm roaming around, and this guy says, hey, come here. I said, okay, so I go over. He unzips this bag, and there's this dragon head. Yeah. And I thought it was the coolest thing. And he showed it to me and everything. Well, then fast forward, I butchered the first pitch, by the way. Go out, and he hits it with the four-wheeler. He does a wheelie.
Yeah.
Crowd goes nuts, and I'm like, I know him. And everybody's going crazy. I was like, I want to do that. This would be fun. So.
And that's the inspiration.
That was the inspiration. It was always
really
there.
Cool.
That was the seed.
Yeah.
And then freshman year at high school, Ridgeview.
Okay.
Ridgeview High School.
Yeah.
The senior class gave the new mascot suit. All right, now back then I'm 120 pounds, dripping wet, and here comes this stallion with just a giant chest and an 8-pack. Not even a 6-pack, an 8-pack.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the one I want to be. I finally have some muscle. So that was I was shy. So it took until I was a senior to finally ask if I could do it. And so once I started it, I learned I was really good at being an idiot. So I took off with it.
And it takes more than just that. Come on.
It helps a lot.
Helps. Yeah, you really have to have a certain type of personality, I imagine, to get out there and just go wild.
So, you would be shocked at the variety of personalities.
Okay.
There's a lot that are very outgoing and wild, put on the costume, continue it up. They just turn it up. There's others that are super quiet.
Never would guess.
Never would guess it.
They put that costume on.
It's on. They're a whole nother person. So it's been a lot of fun to meet a variety of different people. And I haven't seen a true pattern or formula of what makes a real good one. Yeah. Other than one thing, they love kids.
They love kids. Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be a big part of it, you know.
Yes.
Get the kids fired up.
Yep, you got to love them.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about your current position, Olly's manager. What is Olly up to? How did you get into this role? Yeah, give me the background.
All right, I'll try to do a short version.
Let's hear it.
I wanted to go to the NBA or the NFL. God had another. Yeah, I know that sounds funny, but as a mascot, not as a talented athlete.
A lot of people can relate to the story already. Go ahead.
So my pursuit took me all over the place. I was a finalist for the Indianapolis Colts.
Cool.
The Chicago Bears. I had my dream shot. A lot of people might love me or hate me when I say this one. The Dallas Cowboys. There's nobody in the middle. America's team, or the Cowgirls. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
But after Dallas, God threw me a curveball, called me into ministry. Now,
cool,
very, but at that time, it made no sense to me because I was the last person that should do anything like that.
Yeah.
So, there was a learning curve there. Learned a lot about grace in that time. But I knew I wanted to create a character that would make an impact. I ended up being a preacher for a little bit in this whole thing, but I think it prepped everything to get ready for when we brought Olly out.
Yeah.
Originally we wanted Olly to be like a church outreach tool.
Yep.
But things changed. The biggest curveball ever thrown to a lot of us, COVID. At that time we were trying to be in the children's hospital, and we were also trying to get into the schools.
Yeah.
So all that was shut down. But all we could think about were the kids that we met at the hospital. Now they're even more isolated. And so what we decided to do was get sponsors so that Olly could go to the ones that we knew, to their homes, and just play with them, just to be a kid,
right.
to forget everything that's going on, not only in their life, but in the world at that time.
Yeah.
And just have that imagination, have that joy, have that innocence restored.
Yeah.
And we knew 7 families. So put it out there to go do these little Halloween visits. And next thing I know, we have 19 the day we put it out there. And we have all of them sponsored.
Oh, wow.
So now we're looking at each other like, okay, maybe we should get some gifts and get ready for this thing.
Yeah.
And we took off, and it was a hit. So we returned at Christmas to do Olly Claus photos.
Yeah.
The malls were shut down. You couldn't go get a family Christmas picture with Santa. So we're like, well, Olly can fill that void. We added more families during that time. And then it grew again for Ballentine, grew again for Easter. So that was the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And it's grown quite a bit since then.
All right, so who's Olly seeing today?
Who knows? I'm a terrible manager.
Not like today. Maybe, more generally like these days.
These days. All right, so we have kind of an exclusive kids club called Olly's Warriors. It's part of our meaningful play program with Kids Day of Lexington.
Yeah.
And it's play that heals. And he sees kids that have battled cancer, currently battling cancer, heart disease, heart transplants, rare disease. Rare diseases we're learning more and more and more new ones constantly, because we'll have somebody reach out. Does this child qualify? What is it?
Yeah.
And so a lot of them affect brain, a lot of heart stuff. So it's tough. It is tough. But while I wish this job didn't exist, because it is a reality, we're going to be there to play as much as we can. Yeah.
Wow. What a blessing this opportunity is for the kids.
Never would have planned it. God thing.
This is Wright Brennan, the owner of Sea Right Roofing. When it comes to the maintenance of your roof, you want to know that you have an experienced team that knows what they're doing. And with 10 years in the business, we check all the boxes. Leaky roof, storm damage, or just overdue on maintenance, give us a call at 803-828-4181 for a free estimate. Again, that's 803-828-4181. And remember, our commitment is to roof it the right way.
Oh, that's really cool. All right, so how's it kind of impacted you? I mean, how's you mentioned you didn't think you would be doing the ministry, and then now you're the manager of Olly. I mean, how's your life evolved?
As I watch Olly play with these kids.
Yeah.
All right. So first they were just little short visits, as we dropped off gifts during the holidays.
Yep.
That grew into longer, more intentional time, like one-on-one. We call them heal through play dates.
Cool.
That was kind of an accident too. Noticed a kid that was falling short of counts. Every now and then, that's kind of a normal thing as you go on this journey, because your body kind of has to reset and rest.
Yeah.
But if you continue to miss counts, they don't do the treatment. So now, after so many going back up, no counts, 1 or 2, all right, we're resting. 3 or 4, now we're getting worried.
Yeah.
Because now you're allowing that disease to kind of take grip again.
Yeah.
So found a sponsor, like, let's just go play with the kid. and Ollie pitched for an hour softball. Little girl loved softball, and she laughed and she played, and we heard this through teary-eyed mom. I have not seen her play this hard since the beginning of all this.
Wow.
Just because a big stuffed animal showed up and cared. She had a great weekend, goes in Monday, made counts. Now, I'm not saying we're solely responsible for that, with Ollie, but if your mind is healed through laughter, through joy, through imagination, it's amazing what it can do to the body.
Yeah.
So I know we played a role, wasn't the main thing, but we started doing more of that. And so it's humbling to know that we can bring this 6-foot otter to your kid and it can make an impact. It's great to hear, wow, I'm seeing my kid again.
Yeah.
To bring that child back out. So that's impacted us that way. Just like, wow, this is amazing. Thank you, God. Yay, God, for allowing us to be part of this. But then there's the other side of the coin. I'm a father. Matter of fact, last night I had our little daddy-daughter dance.
Cool.
And it was a lot of fun. Night before, one-on-one time with my son. He wanted to fish, so we fished for hours. Their joy, and I've learned to appreciate even the frustrating moments even more because we have lost 8 warriors. And that I can't even begin to put into words how that impacts you. So it's tough. It's hard, but you see how precious life is. You see how valuable, vulnerable, and it really makes you, and I'm going to sound cliche for a moment, it really makes you count your blessings. I don't think you were expecting to get hit like that from a guy that manages an otter.
No.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Thank you, man.
Tell me about how someone could get involved.
Probably the easiest way is to look up Meaningful Play with Olly, and Olly is spelled Olly. If you do IE, you might get an otter out of Tennessee to tell you to wear your seatbelt. So good cause, a little different though. But Meaningful Play with Olly on Facebook. We do have a website that we are continuing to work on, so it's a little under construction right now.
Yeah,
it's ollytheotter.com. You can get to the Facebook page through that. But that's the best way to keep up with him right now, to see what he's doing on a regular basis, to reach out, to partner up. Because we are, through Kids Day, we are a nonprofit. And so we are looking for those partners to help us. We're over 70 families now. So we're growing.
Yeah, wow.
And the little fundraisers that we've been doing in the past on Facebook, especially with Carolina and Clemson, who donates more, that's what jersey Ollie's going to wear, and it caught on that, his manager's a former Cocky, so Clemson's won 2 years in a row, so poor Ollie has to wear orange and purple. But those things have been a lot of fun, and they've helped us, but we need to make the next step so that we can continue to grow, so we can provide more service to these families. We want to expand what we offer to these families as well.
Yeah.
We would love for anybody to help out and connect and partner with us.
That is, wow. That's such an amazing program. I'm hitting the chest right now.
It's okay, man. I know. Trust me.
I can feel your energy sitting this close to you.
I hope that's good.
I can tell that you are the man for the job. So, this is really an exciting program.
Thank you.
And, I got no doubt you guys are going to continue to grow. So.
And that's hard. You want to grow. You want to have more families because you want to be there and help these kids.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to grow because I don't want kids to go through this. So, but like I said, it is a reality. So if we can reach more and if we can offer more, that's the path we're on right now.
Absolutely. All right, last question for you. What advice would you give to somebody who's thinking about taking a left turn or interested in getting into, maybe mascotting?
Drink a lot of water, especially if you're in South Carolina. All jokes aside with that, be ready to be passionate. If you're not passionate, you can't do it. If you got to be passionate about the kids. I know another guy out there, he's really passionate about the environment, so he's got some cool environment programs.
Cool.
But the ones that succeed are passionate about something, whether, if you want to reach kids and motivate them through fitness, you got to be passionate about fitness, passionate about reading, whatever it is. If you put on a suit, become a living stuffed animal,
Yeah.
the kids, you have their attention, you have their imagination, and when you have that, it's easy to motivate them. And when you do that, you can make a big impact.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is, man. I could talk about this all day.
I know you could. I thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it.
We look forward to catching up down the road, hearing about how things have evolved. Yes, and what an awesome morning it's been to hear about this. So thanks so much.
Thank you, bud. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Hey everyone, many thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, give us a follow and click the bell to stay up to date on future episodes, or click the link to watch another previous episode. Also, don't forget to like, share, and please leave us a comment. We'd love to hear your feedback.